Good morning and welcome to episode 12 of my Vanity playthrough. If you don't know what this is, please go back to episode 1 and start this series again. I'm going to make this episode a little bit differently because I'm finding it increasingly harder to make coherent and watchable episodes from these VODs. The content's getting more complicated and my decision making's becoming more erratic because I don't know what I'm doing anymore. So this time I'm going to try just using the gameplay as more of a background and I'm going to tell more of a story about what happened. So let's get into it. Hello, good morning, how we doing? For the 28th time, the timer at the start is so I don't start talking before the first advert's finished. But I also think of myself as a big shot streamer, so I'm famous, get over it. Small apologies for the 8 days without a stream. Stick's not been very well. What's the word? Try and get my head out of my arse. But we're here now, we're sorted. As a result, I've played next to no Greg. So I've not done anything up there, that's still a mess. In terms of the between streams, I finished the ores, I crafted the charger, and I stocked up on some tantalum bules. That's it. Fuck off, slow. So I've not got a lot done. Craniorectal inversions are a terrible thing. Yes, craniorectal inversion was something I was dealing with. So, you can see it is worn as a belt within the baubles. Drains EU per tick to charge worn armour, and charges anything on the hotbar. That sounds good. So I put it in the belt slot. And it's not charging my armour. So I have no idea what I'm doing wrong. But anyway, we need to continue working towards the moon. And I need to remember what needs doing for the moon, because the last stream finished at 1 AM. I edited it, and I still can't remember what happened. I know we crafted these. Here. Do we start with that? Oh, I remember. Stick remembers. We need to realistically look into setting up this loop here. And this is where the video is going to change a little bit because I went a little bit scatterbrained for the next 7 hours. So to create the loop, I crafted 2 new MV chemical reactors. I placed them next to the polyethylene loop, made sure they were pushing their liquids the right way, added a tank to store the product, and a conveyor belt to push the hydrogen cells back into the chemical reactor to make hydrochloric acid. Right, with that done, we can talk about 2 conversations that happened during this hour-long process. The first one being whether the letter Y is a vowel or not. In British English we're taught it's a consonant, but in Europe and America they teach it as a vowel or a half vowel. So please weigh in with your opinions on this because I am right, I am British, you are wrong. The other topic of conversation I found much more interesting. One of my fellow streamer friends, the Deep Sky Miner, is a fantastic builder in both survival and creative. He's been working on a very long-term Middle-earth inspired world with a mix of survival and creative in there. And in the last stream or 2 he's been working on someone called Peanut. Here's how this conversation went. How's the world coming along though, Deep? I've not actually managed to watch much, I've listened a lot but it's doing fine, thanks. That feels like such a business response, like, yes, it is doing okay. Anyway, did you see Peanut? Peanut? The last I saw, you were just decorating the new hall? Peanut is in Dims. Oh my god, I'm getting nutpicks in Dims. I did see you starting Peanut. Oh my god. Okay, that's come out phenomenally well. This is ridiculous. I'm booting Discord up just to show stream because this is silly good. Look at it. How fucking impressive is that? What are they actually called in law? Is it oliphants they call them? It's not done though. Oh my word. That's not done. The Mumak. Mumak are the proper name for the creature used by the men of Gondor, Oliphant. This is a name used by the hobbits. Ah, okay. I see. For a minute then I thought I'd got the wrong name for them, and I got a little bit worried about myself. After this nerd fest was over, we turned our attention to measuring my hand, which, if you want to know, is 23 centimeters wide and 20 centimeters long. Then we moved on to crafting some HV circuits so we could look towards finishing the NASA workbench. 10 of those, which gives us 2 of those. That gives us... Get rid of that, make that 2. 2 of those, and 2 of those, which lets us craft that. Okay, that was really satisfying. Once I got the materials in. Here we go. We get in there. I swear to fucking God. If when this loads... Pablo's good. No, you're not. Oh, fucking. Glowstone dust, that's what I'm missing. Oh, conveniently, we have and glowstone dust there. So now, click that. Boom. Display. Boom. That goes there. And it does look kind of yummy. All we need is the dick wall. How do we make an dick wall? The hard wall, sorry. Talking about myself again. Oh. What a silly bean I am. Don't have any energetic alloy. No. Make 8 of them. Drop that in. Throw you in. We did it, look. We put that there. We put that there. Wait, I can't see it. Okay, that's way bigger than I thought. It's so pretty. Right, where's a sensible place for a NASA workbench? Is that a dumb idea? Perfect. Right there would be absolutely perfect. Yes. Once the adrenaline of this momentous moment had worn off, I gave a very reasonable time frame as to when we would make it to the moon. Right, we should only be about 20 minutes from the moon now, right? And turned our attention to the next stage in this process. In order to actually craft the parts of the rocket, we would need an implosion compressor. But pay attention to this second slot here, we will come back to that. First, however, let's build this multi-block. You can dupe nether stars. Yeah, that's the route we ended up going down, but I wanted to cry. It took me 8 hours to get 10 nether stars. I've never done Thorncraft before. A lot of learning happened. Who fell harder, the wall or this channel? I mean, if we're perfectly honest, Zeus, I think my stats are higher than they've ever been. This is how smart Stick is. I started streaming in July 21. But yeah, apparently I actually had a good run in end of 23, start 24. Very good. Somehow managed to get there, and I'm back up to the 20s and 30s. I'm like, boom, straight back at it. But we have Tatty, Dame. Look at that one, baby. I think that's my favourite one. Right, so item in, item out. Okay, so I just need those 6. So that is the correct count. So I need 20, 21. Oh. But that means we can craft this. Nice. Help, I'm confused. Muffler hatch. We'll just, shit, need a more. Just click that and pretend nothing else happened. Yep, perfect. Muffler hatch. This is pretty much what happened, apart from the fact this guy's throwing a £10 ball, the one who did it before was throwing a 16, and his ball went up and then never came back down. I'm trying to work out which centre this is, because those lanes are very distinct. I think I know what centre this is. Genuinely, I think I know what bowling alley this is. No. What's it called? I've bowled there once when I was like 14. It's not that. That's it. I think it's this one. The giveaway here is how big those numbers are under the masking unit. That's very unique. Wood lanes, that are looked after. Big numbers there. Wood lanes, it is. Oh my god, that's like an 8-hour drive from my house. And I bowled there once 15 years ago. That's bad. Oh, I have problems. Oh, that's really bad. I am Rainbolt of bowling, yeah. Because this is one of the reasons it stuck out to me, and I don't think you guys would have picked up on this. There's no lane 1. Can I view open image in a new tab? Yeah. Lane 1's missing. Can I go sideways? Thank you. Look. So in every pair of lanes, it's odd on the left, even on the right. But there's no lane 1. That's one of the reasons I remember this centre so much. Lane 1's downstairs. There's a little bit of stick claw for you. Where can we put this energy hatch? We can put it anywhere. Nice. Words. What was I saying? Oh yeah, that was my job. When something would break, whilst people were on it, I'd get the machine running again. And then when they'd finished, I'd permanently fix the machine. So I had to have 2 skill sets of bodge it to make it work, get it through, and then fix it so it doesn't break again. It's a really interesting job. Are you not using healing axe? No, I'm not ruling it out as a thing we use, but I do have the intention of not using it if I can for the playthrough, or for the better part of it anyway. But I am completely aware of it. And now all the string machines are breaking because they don't have a mechanic. Which I find quite entertaining. So with the new multi built in the fuel run, we were able to turn our attention to what goes inside the multi, and this brings us back to the thing I told you to remember earlier, the powdered barrel. Every craft in this multi needs an explosion, and this seems to have the most renewable sources to supply it, so I could produce it without really thinking and have it running in the background most of the time. The only problem is gunpowder. We've never had a good source of gunpowder. I set off to start doing this with nether trees because you could extract them, until I realised I needed 5,000 logs or saplings in order to get enough gunpowder. I didn't like this, so we decided to try another method. So where can we find a witch spawner? With in the circle with the water and a dispenser. Right, okay.
We're all living in the same shit sandwich.
Right, spike. Need one more. I've completely miscounted how many of everything we need.
Exciting
Are we done?
Exciting times.
Thank you, Vix. Are we done? You've killed Spotify. My FPS died. You spam it that hard, the chat widget on OBS has to work that hard that it kills my game. That is beyond impressive. Okay, so. Right there. We go boom. 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 And boobies. And then you go there. Not quite what I had in mind, but that'll work. Let's put you there. Yoinkles. Invader to me. Well, the spawners work. Did I put the extra water down? I didn't. Shit. Shit. Shit on it. Is the hopper full or not working? So it was something to do with storage, wasn't it? So the hopper should be there. I just thought of a way of fixing this problem. If I yoinkle that, right, and then simply just put it there, and then the items go under it. You did not. Oh, you bumped the grog. How dare thee? No, here. That's what I'm looking for. So now, theoretically, I'm going to say that works. Do I pick any of the items up? I do. That's irritating. Which is obsidian, magnetic steel. Yeah, that's very doable. I will make one of them as well. Mixer. That one. So that should... Typical for Twitch, yeah. I went through a short period of it not being a problem, which was really weird. But it's since I came back, it's been really bad again. What are you making right now? The dislocator inhibitor, so I don't have to turn it off when I go near the farm. We've banned so many, it's learned. Now that's the true AI. Some shit like that. Assemble it on 3. Right, that goes there. You get crafted. And then we scooch on down here. I'm assuming I can just slide you in there. That's a good sign. I didn't pick the items up. But I'm getting the XP. That's like win-win. That's a small problem I should probably address. I was saying this earlier, I got completely sidetracked. In the video I released last night, today, there was a little bit of editing in it I was so fucking proud of. It's actually embarrassing how proud of it I was. It was just me breaking down a pyrolyze oven. Nothing fancy. Right, you're reckoning... Oh, did the spike go in here? You're suggesting... that goes there, it'll work? I definitely need to think about moving into the house soon. Build one of every HV machine and just get on with it. It would appear that does work. Thank you, Ag. We have an XP farm, yep. We have 7 gunpowder. Oh yeah. Once we had put the witch farm together and troubleshot the few little issues that we had, I started looking towards the storage. I'd let it run for a little bit to see the drops that were coming out of it so that I could design the storage appropriately. Whilst looking through these drops, we spotted some skeleton spawn eggs. And if you remember the wither skeleton fiasco we had, somebody had mentioned that skeleton spawn eggs used on a spawner in the nether will become wither skeleton spawners, so we went to try that. Yeah, that didn't work, and we didn't make it. That is a chunky boy. Once we got back to the witch farm, we decided which items we wanted to keep, put down an appropriate number of drawers, and ran a pipe to them. The problem was these pipes work in stacks and hoppers output one item at a time, which meant each stack was of one item. Due to this backlog, the game started lagging quite badly. In my panic to sort this out, well, I'll let you watch. Right, backup done, okay. Here we go! I just binned the diamond compartment.
You dumb bitch.
Yep, that incredibly expensive diamond compartment I was using temporarily before I put it in the basement for main crafting got destroyed. After I dealt with the heartbreak from this, I finished setting up the enchanted book filter, plugged in the conduit to the pipe so that it would move more than one item per stack. The lag went away and the storage was done. All that was left now was to AFK to get enough gunpowder. Right, I'm going to hide here. I'm going to let that run for some gunpowder, and I'm going to go make some pancakes. And then I'm going to come back from pancakes, we're going to have all the gunpowder, and life's going to be good. I'm going to have to raid and run though, so I'm not going to be able to say hi to Orange, so I'm going to need you to... tell him what we've done. Yes, Slow, I know, don't worry. So, until next stream, thank you all so much for watching. It's been a pleasure as always. I will make sure this is AFKing effectively. Do not worry your little cotton socks. But for me, that is a goodbye and good night. Hello, good morning. Now, the astute among you may have realised that Stream 23 is actually identical to Stream 22. That's because all of the footage I have for Stream 23 looks like this. To cut a long story short, 7.5 hours into Stream 23, this happened. So naturally, I submitted an appeal immediately because I'm a good boy and I never do anything wrong. And they admitted it was their mistake, so I got my account and everything back. I've had to log into everything again, which has been really annoying, but the most annoying part is they deleted the VOD. So because I have no footage of this, I'm going to do a quick 30-second rundown of what we managed to achieve, and then we'll go to Stream 24. So, in 30 seconds, what did we do last stream? Well, we started off with some resource collecting because I'd run out of everything. So we ran some more tantalum and made a lot more stainless steel. We also managed to collect a little bit more copper and silver. So now we have a small amount of tin, iron and silver. We put in some more steel to process, which seems to have finished now. We cleaned up this drowned creeper mistake, and that's not okay. Please hold. As I was saying, we cleaned up this drowned creeper mess, partly. And here's one of the big ones, we added lights to this farm. So if we look here, we have lamps. And from inside the basement, if we drop down here, we have a switch to turn the lamps on and off. So the lamps are on, so the farm will stop spawning. Now it's spawning again. We ran for gunpowder, so we actually have enough gunpowder now. But the big one, and you may have seen it in my hotbar, is we started the HV section of the base. So we crafted one of all of the reasonably important machines in HV. We ran the benzene pipe from upstairs down to here to power it. And we even, just before the ban came in, crafted some more power sources so we could have more than 1 amp of HV running through there. This means we're one step closer to dismantling all of this out here and being able to live completely inside the base. So that's 7 hours of progress. Let's get on to Stream 24. Hello, good morning everybody, we're so back, baby! Woo! Nope, too much energy for me. We're going to start with the very easy, this guy. We're going to start with the very easy between streams. I did absolutely sweet fuck all, apart from AFK for gunpowder, which is full of shit. I've not even placed down the turbines we crafted 30 seconds before I got banned. Imagine getting suspended on Twitch. What sort of nerd does that? I also had a small accident where there was a lot of creepers in the base, because I'd not lit up the top of these barrels. But apart from that, literally done nothing. So today we're going to carry on moving in to here. And in order to move in, we placed down those turbines to give us 4 amps of HV energy on those machines. After placing down those generators, I decided to pull all the machines from upstairs into the downstairs to compare which machines we had and which ones we didn't. This turned out to be most of the machines we'd actually remade in HV, but I did have a couple of machines in MV that I set back up because they weren't worth making in HV yet. I decided then that I was going to grab all the hoppers and barrels from upstairs to start cleaning it up a bit more to really see what I had missed. This let me see all the machines laid out. I placed those barrels down before deciding to automate their input into the new storage system. That's it pretty much done. We'd cleaned up upstairs pretty well, and the crafting setup was downstairs without the extra diamond compartment, so we put a diamond chest there and threw a trapdoor over it because the workstation wouldn't stop seeing the wrong bloody inventory. This now meant I could turn my attention towards progression, almost exclusively looking at crafting the rocket. So I'm going to put a string in here just to keep count visually. We need 448 and we have 401. That's good. How's the wood pulp doing? 554. And the pipe's keeping up. That's really good. Oh, I'm getting so excited about this now. Right, let's get some wood pulp compressing now. So we're nearly a tenth of the way. We're about 5% of the way to... How many stacks is it?
Well, off to visit your mother.
224 stacks. That's quite a lot. This is going to You mean Anna's. So we need 210 more. Zoom. Compressor. He doesn't care. Compressor. Put them in there. Get some more pulp. We should probably work on some other stuff whilst this is running rather than just sat waiting for specifically this. I don't know what else I need to work on. Not even band, I'm pleasantly surprised. I'm a little bit reluctant to actually tempt fate with Twitch at the moment. Shockingly. Abusing the citizens. I wasn't abusing it. Fuck. I wasn't abusing them. Them. Not it. Them. Shit. Oh, we can do this shit, I guess. So why is that not generating any power? That would be why it's not generating any power. I didn't plug it in. That would make sense. Right, let's make a stack of these so we've got them. Do you want to see a truly bad Sunday roast? Have a look at this. It's going to be really loud.
Hello people, and I'm back cooking again. Today I am going to make a Sunday dinner. I prefer to do it.
So far, not bad.
Simple, like a Yorkshire pudding. So you mix
what?
It,
Don't put water in your Yorkshire puddings. Fuck me. No. Oh, she's fucked it already.
I've put some fat in the
Correct.
tray.
Using lard, not oil.
I don't know if you can see it. Now it's got to go in the oven and it's got to be boiling before you put the Yorkshire pudding in.
Yep, correct. To sear it, stop it sticking.
As you can see, it's a piece of pork.
I've never seen this before.
Crackled. Ouch. I'm putting roast potatoes
Ouch.
in.
That was stupid touching the hot pan. No, that's a piece of pork. That's a pork joint. So by drying the fat off before you put it in the oven, it goes really crispy and you eat it as a snack afterwards. No, she's put the potatoes in the meat fat, correct, but those potatoes are far too big. I'm not a fan of crackling, but I do understand people like it.
But most of it is crackled.
Please, let's do react streams from time to time.
When I took this out, it was hot and boiling.
Wait, can we just switch to watching kids?
Yorkshire pudding mix.
That's too much mix for your Yorkshire pudding. They're going to come out more like muffins than puddings. And she needs a new bowl. She's cooked too many beans in the microwave in that bowl.
Doesn't matter if you go over a bit.
She's from near me with the way she's talking. She's from my county.
If you've got any left over, obviously put in water. Now I'm going to switch them on.
Didn't she put potatoes with the meat as well? So she's making two potatoes.
While everything's cooking, just don't your crackling.
Where are my SMDs?
If it crackles, it crackles. If it don't, it don't.
If it crackles, it crackles. If it don't, it don't.
And these
Words
are
of
the
told you they're
Yorkshire
going to come out like
puddings.
muffins with the amount she put in there.
Lovely.
They are horrendous Yorkshire puddings. What the fuck? Why have you done that?
And as you can probably not hear, but it has crackled all the way.
What are the potatoes? What are the
Now I'm
potatoes?
going to transfer the meat.
The meat itself
onto
looks okay there,
a
actually.
tray, then a dish.
You just boiled potatoes in fat. You've not roasted them.
If it's
Your oven
cold.
was cold. I do apologise about that. I got a little bit carried away. I've never made Yorkshire puddings before, but this infuriated me so much I actually went and made them for tea that night. This is how it came out on my first attempt. They burnt a little bit because I didn't keep an eye on them whilst I was making the gravy, but they tasted great and they have the right shape. We will finish off crafting these rocky bits now. Oh yeah, cherry peppy, they changed the recipe and I can taste the chemicals in it now and I hate it. I don't hate it, I'm just like, it's nowhere near as good. Button comes from cutting, machining, pressure plates. Pressure plates come from assembling slab and spring. Yeah. Now, do I have some spring? No slab. There we go. And finally, we can craft an keyboard. How to open your door? We can open our door! Woo! We need it. That's really satisfying. Oh, that's an assembler as well. Shit. Give me an keyboard. Nice. Can we place this down? Oh! 4, 6. Can't do 8. Gunpowder and string. 1, 2. For 2. That's a little bit cheaper. 1 stack. Here we go. Let's go put these back in and make some more booms. Like up here, I'm covering it up anyway. There's no question about that. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, it didn't go boom. Sad. And now we craft display. Nice. Right. And now let's craft our first part of the rocket. Control computer. In an assembler in a clean room. I knew that. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Health check, 100%. Space. We got our first part of the rocket. NASA workbench, it goes there. It was at this point in crafting the rocket we made a realisation that every single part of the recipe remaining needed some form of implosion compressor usage to make it. As we were already struggling to make enough powder barrels, it meant the next 5.5 hours of stream was just crafting powder barrels with gunpowder, wooden planks and string. So that's what we did. We chatted a lot. We moved the SSG loop into the base and cleaned up outside a bit more. We even got that bored whilst crafting powdered barrels. We crafted an entire distillation tower and made cetane boosted diesel for rocket fuel. Yeah, we made rocket fuel to pass the time whilst waiting on the implosion compressor. We went and collected the things to craft gunpowder so that I could process them between stream and kinda just called it there. I know it's 6 hours of footage that you're not going to get to see, but it's 6 hours of open and closing UIs constantly. It's not really interesting. Do we want to go see? We made rocket fuel. We have got rocket fuel, yes. So today we've made rocket fuel, we've crafted the first few plates, we made a part of the rocket as well in the controller. We have identified and started rectifying a supply issue with the rest of the rocket, so we're actually in a really good spot. I will edit this tomorrow and hopefully get this video up before stream Tuesday, is the hope, but no promises. Because the new style takes a little bit longer. So until then, I'll see you all later. Thank you all so much for stream. It's been a pleasure as always. We got a lot done today, which is nice. A lot of progress towards the moon. So until then, I will see you later. That is all from me. It's a goodbye and good night. Now we awkwardly sit and stare into each other's eyes. So naturally, I submit...